Hey guys, it's Sam with the Go-To Roofer podcast, and today we're going to be talking about the customer journey. What is that journey that your prospects go on? What are they thinking in their heads? Let's get inside of that process and understand what your customers are thinking before they reach out to you, during the process of working with you, and then again afterwards to send you referrals.
I'ma be the best, I'ma beat the rest. I'm the go-to roofer, the go-to roofer. I'm a hometown fool with a hometown crew. I'm a go-to roofer, the go-to roofer.
All right, good morning, guys. It's Sam with the Go-To Roofer, and today we're going to be talking about understanding the customer journey. Like, what is that path to purchase? What do your customers go through from their perspective when they're going to make a purchase and upgrade their roof, do some exterior work, or whatever decision it is in their lives? And this can be applied across all industries of all products and services. So the customer journey always starts out with a stranger. You don't know them, they don't know you. They potentially have a problem. That's where it starts. The next phase is a lead, when they go from a stranger to reaching out to you as a business. And this is when they opt into your marketing, whether it's door knocking or whether it's filling out a form on the website. If they give you the okay, then they become a lead. And then the next thing is becoming a prospect. So once they become a lead and they are qualified, then they become a prospect. And then once they make a purchase, they become the customer. Some people call their customers clients. A client is someone you have a long-term relationship with and you provide ongoing support or services, whereas a customer makes a one-time purchase or a few time purchases of a product and is not in a partnership type relationship. And then finally, they become an advocate. We take people from being strangers, not knowing anything about who you are or the issues that they're facing, to an advocate for who you are and helping others fix the issues that you help fix, right? That's the ideal goal. That's the ideal customer journey. So what does that look like from the customer's perspective? Well, as a stranger, the first thing is that they're unaware of a problem. They don't even know they have a problem, if they even have a problem at all. I don't even know what's going on with my roof, right? I haven't been up there in months. We've had storms and things like that. I haven't seen any leaks, so I don't even think about it. It's not a problem in my mind. Hey, they discover a problem. Oh man, I woke up one day, there's a drip in the skylight in the bathroom, and it's starting to leave puddles. I'm starting to notice that when it rains, there's issues. I'm seeing some staining on the ceiling. I've discovered a problem. Then they begin to research that problem. How to fix skylight, water leaking around skylight, water damage in bathroom from roof. These are things they will type into Google. They'll begin researching that problem. They will reach out to friends and family that they know that have experience with that and start asking questions. And then the final step is they identify how to fix the problem. So whether it's through Google and reading online articles and watching YouTube videos, or whether it's asking, their buddy Bob down the road who, runs a Chuck and a Truck roofing company, or whatever it is, they identify, what do I need to do next? What's that next step for me to fix this problem? And that all happens in the stranger stage. How can we do better with marketing? Well, we call this the awareness stage. They're becoming aware of the problem. That's really what's happening here. Now, we can use marketing to help them become aware of the problem. Putting issues in front of them that show them, hey, I need to be actually concerned about this, and just know for certain that there's nothing going on. Things like, hey, have you done a roof inspection recently? Here's, things you should look for when you think your roof may be going bad. And we start putting that messaging in front of them so that if they are concerned at all about that, we make that problem aware in their mind. And then we provide other information on websites and on different chats and YouTube and things like that, more long form content that helps them do this problem here, discover and research. And then we help them identify that problem. We show them directly through their research that yes, there is a problem, here's how to fix it. So they understand the fix. So once they've opted in, here's what goes on in your customer's mind. They start researching solutions. Okay, so they research the problem. Now they need to research a solution. They know how they're going to fix it. Now they got to find somebody to do it. And that's you as the brand. It's you as the roofing company. So they'll start that research. They'll look online. As they're looking online, they'll start comparing solutions. So they will look at your website, they'll look at your competitor's website, they'll look at your Google profile, they'll look at your competitor's Google profile. They'll go down that map list and they'll look at how many reviews versus, 5 stars versus 4 stars versus what are people saying versus what are they not. They'll call up their buddy, they'll call up their friend, they'll call up, their aunt or uncle. Hey, what do you think of this company? Have you used them before? And they'll start doing that and comparing all these different things. Usually they're not as concerned about price at this point because they're trying to find someone they trust, right? Then we get down the line and they start to make a judgment based on the experience with that company. So if they saw good reviews, if the website was nice, if there's activity on social media, if they see other people just like them leaving good reviews and leaving testimonials and being willing to appear on camera and all that kind of stuff, they're going to make a judgment based on your credibility, based on what they see initially. And so far, they haven't reached out to you. But once they make that judgment, then they're going to start reaching out to the top solutions in their mind. So they research, they compare, they make a judgment, and then they reach out. So this is the first time that you've heard of the prospect, right? But they've already been through this entire journey. Now, canvassing and door knocking literally inserts themselves into this process. That's called outbound marketing. You go out and you generate business off of cold traffic, off of door knocking, etc. Inbound marketing is exactly what I explained to you. We provide resources and we get in front of them with digital tools and physical tools to help them identify the problem and move along so that it's their choice and not us interrupting their day, right? So anyways, at this point, they reach out to Top Solutions, and this begins what we call the consideration stage. The things that happen under lead and prospect, this is really the volatile section where they're considering, who do I work with? Who am I going to spend my money with? Who do I trust, right? So once they become a lead, they've opted into your marketing. They're reaching out to the Top Solutions, and trust me, it's not just you. Usually when someone reaches out, they'll reach out to 2 or 3 different companies. So know that this is a fight. You guys are in this to win that customer, and you're not the only one they're talking to. So when they become a prospect, we got to make sure they're qualified. And in their mind, they want the company to confirm that there is a problem. Back me up here, guys. Let me know that this is actually something I need to fix. Let me know this is actually something I need to be concerned about. They've done the research, they've opted in. Now confirm that there is a problem. And then they need to make sure they have the resources to take care of the problem. And this is the same thing for your company. You don't want to work with people who don't have any money. You don't want to work with people who don't actually have a problem. You want to fix a problem, make them happy, and be paid well to do the job. You know what I mean? So this is a qualification here. They have to know that, hey, if I need financing, I need to go get financing. If I need to talk to my bank, I got to talk to my bank. If I need to go pull savings so I can pay for this roof in cash, they have to have the resources. And then once they have the resources, they need to communicate their expectations. And when the expectations, the resources, and the confirmation fit, and they have a good experience as a prospect. So this is very important because after they reach out, they're going to start judging you based on the interactions that you give during this whole process. And so if they have a good experience, then they're going to move forward. If they have a bad experience, on the other hand, they are not going to move forward, and you're going to lose them here because they considered someone else instead of you. Our next marketing phase is called the decision stage. And so, hey, they've had a good experience. They feel like the expectations are right. They've got the resources to take care of a problem. They know the problem's there. They're happy with who they reached out to. Then they become a customer. And in order for anybody to become a customer and make a purchase, to sign that deal, to sign that contingency agreement, to move forward in the process, number one, they have to trust the solution. They have to know that who they're working with is going to do a good job. And then they have to trust the process, right? Not just, hey, this is how we're going to fix it. These are the materials we're going to use, but here's how we're going to apply those materials in this particular method. And this is why that's important. And then trust the people, your sales guy, the workers who have interacted with them and will be interacting with them. They have to have trust that these people have my best interest in mind. So they trust the solution, they trust the process, they trust the people. then they will invest their money. For a lot of companies, this is like the end of the customer journey in their minds, but there's a whole lot more to that. The customer journey actually goes through and picks up again after fulfillment. You want to build your customers into advocates. So do an amazing job on fulfillment. Do everything you said. Make sure that you're meeting these expectations, that you're not taking too much of their resources and being fair, that they're having a good experience, and that the problem is being fixed, so that you can continue to build all this trust. And if they continue to have the same amount of trust in you after the job, then they will become advocates. They have a good experience, they leave a 5-star review, then they tell others about this solution, and then they send referrals. So we take people from strangers over here all the way to being advocates with our customer journey. And there's things you can do in marketing and in sales all along this journey to help them make those next decisions as a guide, and not as someone who's like, this is the next step, you have to do this, you have to do this. But your customer journey should be natural. It should always give them the power to make the decision and move to the next process, but it should set you up as the authority and as the one who's going to continue to produce amazing work time and time again. And when you've done that and they've gone through this process, and like I said, I put has a good experience in here twice, because it's just so important that they have a good experience, because that's what really matters at the end of the day. And they're only going to have a good experience if you're worth your salt. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue this topic in another video and dive deep into, hey, what are the actual marketing actions we can take at each one of these journeys in order to automate and to smooth out that process. Number one, the prospect has a much better experience, and number two, it's a lot easier for you and your team to handle. If you'd like us to design your customer journey, go ahead and reach out to gotoroofer.com, and we'll help you put together a full customer journey with all the actions that you need at each one of these steps to help your customers make decisions.
Hammer to the steel early in the morning, giving curb appeal. It's a 5-star warrant. I get it done, even on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I don't stop until it's done. I'll be working while I'm young, running Facebook ads, making TikToks on the run. I'm the go-to roofer, the go-to roofer. I'm a go-to roofer, the go-to roofer, son. I'ma be the best. I'ma beat the rest. I'm the go-to roofer, the go-to roofer. I'm a hometown fool with a hometown crew. I'm a go-to roofer, the go-to roofer. Hail damage insurance, commercial repairs, residential on the roof. I'm the one who really cares. When I care, I come through. Ain't no messing around with my marketing on point. Got my whole hometown. I'm the best dang roofer. See, cause I know roofs. Got a guy named Sam who can show you the proof. Got a guy named Sam that can show you the proof.